Do you study English, but still feel lost? Do you know the words, but can't speak out loud? Do movies sound like blah 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 to your ears? Then stop right now, because you might be learning English wrong. Textbooks give you rules, flashcards give you pressure, but none of it makes you feel the language. You freeze when you talk. You forget in real life. You feel stuck in beginner hell. You're not alone. Thousands feel embarrassed, shy, and frustrated. But there's a way out. A powerful way. A real way. Your brain doesn't want grammar rules. It wants stories. Let me tell you the real story of Carlos Slim, a boy from Mexico, son of immigrants. He didn't have much, but he built one of the biggest fortunes in the world by learning every single day. And guess what? You can learn like he did, with stories, emotion, and real-life English you'll never forget. Here's what you'll get in this video. Slow, clear American English, no stress, real vocabulary, in real sentences, an emotional story, so your brain remembers. So here's what you gotta do. Smash that like button if you're tired of struggling. Hit subscribe so you never miss real learning. Turn on notification, and let's learn together. Your fluency starts right now. Watch this story before you quit English. It might change everything. Part 1. What if I told you? What if I told you the richest man in the world didn't come from the US? What if I said he wasn't loud, flashy, or even that public? And what if I told you his entire empire started with a notebook and a pencil? This is the story of Carlos Slim Helú, a quiet billionaire from Mexico, a man who turned simple ideas into powerful businesses, a man who most Americans have never heard of, but should. He didn't speak like a Silicon Valley tech guy. He wasn't born in a palace, but Carlos used something much stronger: smart habits, deep focus, and simple math. If you're learning English, and you've ever felt small, broke, or invisible, Carlos's story might just change how you see yourself. Because this isn't just about money, it's about building something from nothing. Let's dive in. Part 2. Early life in Mexico City. The boy who asked too many questions. Carlos Slim was born on January 28, 1940, in Mexico City, into a large Lebanese-Mexican family. His father, Julian Slim, was a hard-working immigrant. He owned a small dry goods store, nothing fancy, just basic things for daily life. But Carlos? He was curious, always asking, why does that store make more money than ours? Why do people buy candy, but not fruit? He wasn't being annoying. He was just thinking like a businessman, even at age 7. At just 10 years old, Carlos did something amazing. He bought shares in a bank. Yes, a bank. At 10. And guess what? He kept a notebook where he wrote every cent he earned or spent. It was like his little money diary. Simple math, daily habits, clear goals. That's where it started. And that's something you can do too, with English, with school, with life. Track your progress. Keep going. Part 3. Learning from his father. The power of simple rules. Carlos didn't grow up in a tech world. No smartphones, no YouTube, but his dad gave him something powerful. Rules. Rule 1, don't waste money. Rule 2, invest in things people always need, like food, phones, or transportation. Rule 3, understand what you own. Don't just copy others. These rules sound simple, but simple is strong, just like clear English. Carlos's father passed away when Carlos was only 13. It was heartbreaking, but those lessons stayed with him forever. That's when Carlos began building his empire. Quietly, slowly, day by day. Part 4. His first real business, building from small wins. As a teenager, Carlos didn't just dream, he did. He studied civil engineering, but also loved economics. He taught math while in college, not because he had to, but because he liked it. He started buying small companies, one restaurant, then a printing company, then a cigarette business. Sounds boring, right? But here's the key. Boring businesses make real money. Carlos looked for companies that were cheap, simple, and useful. He didn't chase trends. He chased value. Just like with English, don't chase fast tricks. Build real skills that last. Part 5. Surviving the crash. When everyone was scared, in 1982, Mexico's economy crashed. People lost their jobs. Businesses shut down. It was chaos. But Carlos did something different. While others were running away, he was buying. Hotels, factories, stores at low prices. He wasn't guessing. He was calculating. He believed, when times are bad, you can build your future if you stay calm. That's a life lesson for anyone, anywhere, even if you're just learning English. Bad days will come. But that's not the end. That's your moment to get smarter. Part 6. The Telmex Deal, a billion-dollar phone call. In 1990, Carlos made a bold move. He bought Telmex, Mexico's national telephone company. Phones were old, slow, and expensive. But Carlos saw the future. He upgraded the system, made calls cheaper, expanded service across the country. It wasn't about the phones. It was about connection. Today, Telmex became part of a giant group, América Móvil, one of the biggest telecom companies in the world. And it all started with one big decision. He didn't wait for the perfect moment. He saw a chance and took it. That's how English learning works too. Don't wait until you're ready. Start speaking. Make mistakes. Improve. Part 7. Building América Móvil. Everyone needs to talk. After Carlos bought Telmex, he didn't stop. He saw something others missed. The future was mobile phones, not just landlines. So he built América Móvil, a company that made phone service fast, cheap, and easy. Not just in Mexico, but across all of Latin America, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, even the US. He believed communication is not a luxury. It's a right. That's powerful. Just like learning English. It's not just a skill. It's your voice. It's how you connect. Carlos built a system where millions of people could finally afford to call their family, run a small business, or go online. He didn't just build towers. He built opportunity. Part 8. The Slim style. No flash. Just focus. You'd expect a billionaire to drive fancy cars, right? But Carlos? He drives himself to work, wears simple suits, eats lunch at the same table every day. He doesn't own private jets. He doesn't go wild at parties. Why? Because for Carlos, life is about focus, not flash. He says, I don't need to show off. My work speaks for itself. That's a lesson many forget today. It's not about what you wear. It's about what you build. So if you're learning English and feel behind because you don't have fancy books or apps, remember, Carlos, start simple. Stay focused. That's enough. Part 9. The Power of Investing. Don't work for money. Make it work for you. Carlos is famous for investing. He doesn't just run businesses. He buys pieces of many companies. He owns parts of banks, mining companies, construction firms, even the New York Times. Why? Because he believes in this. Don't just earn, invest. Even if you only have a little, save some. Put it in something strong. Let it grow over time. That's how you get freedom. And it's the same with English. Don't cram everything in one day. Practice a little every day. Let it build. Let it grow. Part 10. His children. Teaching the next generation. Carlos has 6 children, and he treats them like business partners. He didn't just give them money, he gave them training. Each child helps run a part of the Slim empire. They manage companies, handle operations, lead projects. Carlos believes in passing down wisdom, not just wealth. That's powerful for families, especially immigrant families. You don't need to be rich to teach your kids values. You can pass down hard work, respect, and education. Even English, one sentence at a time. Part 11. Helping Mexico. Quiet giving. Unlike other billionaires, Carlos doesn't talk much about charity, but he gives a lot. Through the Carlos Slim Foundation, he's helped build hospitals, schools, museums, and internet centers. He's trained doctors, funded scholarships, fought poverty, not with speeches, but with solutions. And guess what? He never brags about it. He once said, "When you give, don't make it about you. Make it about the people." That's a real lesson in humility. So even if you don't have much, you can still give your time, your help, your kindness. Part 12. Fun facts and surprising moments. Wait, that's Carlos? Here are a few surprising things about Carlos Slim. He owns a museum in Mexico City, and entry is free for everyone. He once beat Bill Gates and Warren Buffett to become the richest man in the world, 3 years in a row. He loves baseball and reads history every day. He doesn't drink alcohol, doesn't go clubbing, doesn't even like the spotlight. And here's something funny. Most people in Mexico City pass by his buildings every day and have no idea they belong to him. He doesn't put his name everywhere. He just builds quietly. Now ask yourself, do you want to be known for showing off or for building something real? Part 13. The tough years. Not everything was easy. Even the richest man in the world has hard times. Carlos faced financial crises, like the 1994 peso crash in Mexico. The value of money dropped fast. Companies suffered. People panicked. Banks closed. Jobs disappeared. Investors ran away. But Carlos? He stayed calm. He told his team, "Stay strong. Don't sell. Don't run. We'll get through this." And they did. His businesses survived because he planned smart and didn't panic. That's a lesson for you too. Learning English may feel hard sometimes. You might forget words, get confused, feel stuck. But don't quit. Stay calm. You will get through this. Part 14. Beliefs that shaped him. Simple ideas, big impact. Carlos believes in a few deep ideas. When you live for others, you live better. Your job is not just to earn money, it's to create value. Don't try to be rich. Try to be useful. He doesn't care about looking important. He cares about being helpful. He believes success is not just personal. It should lift up others, your family, your workers, your country. Think about that. If you learn English just for yourself, that's good. But if you also help your mom read a form, help a friend apply for a job, help your child speak better, that's powerful. That's legacy. Part 15. A museum for the people. Art for everyone. Carlos Slim built a giant museum in Mexico City called Museo Sumaya. It's named after his late wife, Sumaya, who loved art. Inside, you'll find works by Picasso, Rodin, and Da Vinci, paintings, sculptures, books, history. But the best part? It's completely free. No ticket, no charge. Carlos believes everyone deserves access to beauty and culture, not just the rich. That's what makes him different. He doesn't just build for the elite. He builds for everyone. Part 16. Carlos the Reader. Knowledge is Power. Carlos reads every single day, not just business or finance, but history, philosophy, science. Why? Because knowledge is the real wealth. He once said, "You can lose money, you can lose property, but knowledge, nobody can take that from you." He believes learning should never stop, even if you're rich, old, or tired. So, if you're 18 or 58 and learning English now, you're doing something great. You're feeding your mind, and your mind is your most powerful tool. Part 17. A Mexican Hero. Not a celebrity, a builder. Carlos doesn't want to be a celebrity. He doesn't go to Hollywood, post selfies, or chase fame. He builds quietly, helps quietly, leads quietly. In Mexico, people call him El Ingeniero, the engineer, a title of respect. They admire him not for his money, but for his discipline, vision, and heart. He's not trying to be cool. He's trying to be useful. And maybe that's a good goal for all of us. Part 18. Real-life vocabulary in action. Let's repeat key words from the story. Legacy, what you leave behind, jobs, education, hope. Discipline, staying focused when things are hard. Invest, putting time, money into something that grows. Empower, giving tools to succeed. Value, important, even if it's free. Practice this sentence aloud. I want to invest in myself by learning English every day. Part 19. Real sentence patterns to practice. Copy these simple, powerful phrases. I'm gonna try again tomorrow. I want to speak clearly. I gotta keep going, even when it's tough. He made it. I can too. This is hard, but I'm not quitting. Say them slowly. Say them with emotion. This is how Carlos trained for business, and how you can train for English. Part 20. Inspiring closing. Build your own empire. Carlos Slim was born to immigrant parents. He wasn't rich or famous. He just worked hard, stayed focused, and never gave up. He built a business empire, not with luck, but with vision, discipline, and quiet courage. Now it's your turn. You may not build a billion-dollar company, but you can build your voice, confidence, and dreams. Every English word is a brick. Every sentence is a tool. Every mistake is a lesson. So don't stop. If Carlos could build from scratch, so can you. You don't need to be perfect, just persistent. Say this with me. I'm not going to give up. I'm building my future, one word at a time. That's how real success begins. If you loved this video and want to improve your English faster, do these 3 things right now. 1. Hit that subscribe button, because I drop powerful English lessons like this every week. 2. Smash the like button, so YouTube knows this video helped you. 3. Share with friends, because everyone deserves to speak English confidently. On the Control English, you get the world's simplest English tricks. Tap the bell icon to never miss a new lesson. Today's challenge: share this video with 2 friends and tell them, this channel will change your English game. Thank you. Keep learning. Keep growing.